Hello, hello, and welcome back to .hack Infection. Like I said, we're not done. We have some bonus stuff. So, we're gonna go ahead and read the news, because we have some new stuff in here. Success in the cultivation of apples. Sanyo Ring Research Institute said today that they have succeeded in cultivating a new type of apple with increased nutritional content. The taste and texture of the prototype are both good, but nothing like an apple. Some tasters have commented that it is very bland and dry. Well, Bigfoot investigation. A massive Bigfoot investigation began in the suburb of Redding in Oregon State today. There have been many sightings of Bigfoot recently, and city officials hoped it would revive tourism in the area. Although they've been unable to capture the creature, the barbecue party featuring local mountain recipes was a great success. City officials are pleased with the result. Okay, so now we can go to our mailer. So now that we beat the game, we have these messages by Roy Bandai. Alright, congratulations on clearing .hack infection. You now have the data flag for .hack infection. Game data saved in this condition, in yellow, can be imported into the next volume. Data without the data flag will not be imported, so please be careful. You may continue with your adventure with the current data. The main story will not proceed. Items and experience obtained after clearing can be imported to the next volume so you can strengthen your character before you continue with the story. Which we're gonna do. We're gonna keep leveling up in infection first and getting better items. Giant of the Heavens. Have you seen the mystical giant in the heavens in the beginning areas? Which we have. We've seen it in the sky. According to rumors, the aerial fleet transporting the giant thousands of years ago was in an accident and now wanders with the giant forever. Hideous someone's giant. Use this keyword to solve the mystery of the cursed fleet wandering in the heavens. P.S. I forgot to tell you, but I added a virus core T in your items. So this is for the secret boss. Again, we just, it's one of those things where we're gonna have to grind. I just wanted to make it known that that's a thing that we can do. Black Rose, stuff. Things are all happening at once. I'm counting on you, partner. And then Mistral, do you? Do you cook? Guys these days need to be able to cook if you want to be popular with the girls. And then we can't reply. So let's see if there's anything else going on in the board. Which there should be, yes. Alright, let's play tag. The final goblin has been unlocked. Oh? Oh no, they're all defeated, Gob, and I'm the only one left, Gob? Eek, scary Gob, albeit detestable Golden Gate Gob. Come alone, Gob. So now we have the final goblin, which is always the worst. But yeah, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead, I'll probably grind a bit. We will eventually go after the final Golden Goblin, we will eventually go into the secret areas, and then we got some stuff from Liminality that I want to explore as well. So I will get some stuff done first, and then we will be right back. Okay, so part of the extra stuff that we have to do is we have to go exploring some places in the other servers. I know I'm going to say a lot. So, as I've mentioned before, with .hack Infection, they did come packaged with a DVD for .hack Liminality. Now, if you watch the DVDs, you could catch hints of secret code words that could be used at the Chaos Gate. So that is what we're going to do now. Let's go ahead and call her up.
Okay.
Then we're going to go ahead and bring Mistral. So I did go ahead and get some new equipment for some of our people. I got a new... Did I get a new blade? Yeah, so I got a... No, she still had the flame sword. I got a new staff. It's called the Groovy Stick. I got a new staff for Mistral, got some Forester gear, got some new things as far as equipment, but we're nowhere near done. I want the best equipment by the time we go into Mutation, as well as being highly leveled up. So anyways, what we are going to do is we are going to go to new keyword, and one of the keywords for liminality, if I could talk, is voluptuous her remnant. So her remnant. That's only a level 3? Goodness. Now, with the liminality things, sometimes they would offer, like, special things. Sometimes they would offer, like, special weapons. Sometimes they would just offer special items. Mostly it's just special items. It's mostly just, like, Easter egg stuff that has to do with the DVD. But, you know, they are still special zones regardless. So it's just one of those things that if you want to do it, you can. So I also checked the Ryu book, and we have most of it done. There is one that we have not completed yet, and the reason why we have not completed it yet is mostly just because we haven't run into enough grandpas to max it out. So I'll end up maxing that out before we're done. But we're completely done with the grunty food. We obviously can't make any more grunties, so as far as the grunty list goes, we're pretty much done there as well, for now, since there's no more grunties we can make. So, but I was watching Liminality today, just to remember, like, I know the story, but just to remember the vibe of it, I guess. And oh my gosh, it is so good. Just the music is phenomenal. The story's really good. Like, I love the characters. So it's one of those things where it's like, if you've never seen it before, you're missing out. It's really good. So, at least I think so. I know for some people they don't really like the slow tone of the old dot hacks, but I don't know, something about it. They're just a lot more menacing to me in a way. I like the suspense and the build-up of Liminality. It was the ending that was a little strange for me a bit, if I remember correctly, but I don't know. Because I did watch the final chapter, of course, and not today, but I mean, I have seen the final chapter, and I don't know, the ending might have been a little anticlimactic from what I remember, but at the same time, who knows. And I like how we run into certain characters, like, later on, too. I would have liked to, I guess, know more about the fate of the character of Mai Minase, who's the main character in Liminality, because I feel like we don't really get a follow-up as much as we do with other characters. So, like I said, would have been nice to know a little bit more about what happened to her, you know, but I have no idea. Mostly I guess Liminality, the reason why a lot of people just don't really care for it much is we don't see what's happening in the world. Like, most of it's the stuff that's happening in real life. It's the in real life events counterpart of what we're currently doing in the game. None of the characters in the game are currently, you know, someone that we're talking to or interacting with really in the people in Liminality, that's how I'm trying to say it. I'm trying to figure out. The people in Liminality, we don't really see them in this game, except for, like, small cameos, but we don't interact with them directly for the most part. So, you know, like I said, it is its own, like, little event thing. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. It is its own little event thing, but at the same time, like I said, it's still really good. That's why I'm really excited when they said that they are going to do more as far as, like, in real life events in the new .hack 0, because we don't really get to see that side a lot. Mostly it's focused on what's happening in the world, because obviously it's easier to create this fantasy setting, you know, in a video game, versus trying to replicate how people are going about real life in a video game, I think. It's easier to pull people in and keep them engaged with, like, combat and, you know, dungeons and all that sort of thing. So, it'll be interesting to see how they go about it, but I am glad that they are including that in the new .hack 0. I just wish they would tell us when it's coming out. Like, I wish we had, like, a timeline. Because, like, the longer that we go without timelines, like, the more nervous I get. It's kind of how I feel when it comes to Okami as well. Like, I feel the same. They announced Okami 2, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you know, we've been waiting, like, what, 20 years? For a new game, you know, that's really exciting, but then, you know, then it's a whole lot of nothing. We get nothing. And it disturbs me, because, you know, the longer those sorts of projects go on, the higher I feel, the higher the risk it is that these things are going to get canceled, and I just don't want that to happen. I especially don't want that to happen with .hack. We've waited so long for this, and I just, it would kill me. It would kill me. Gotta get back some of my health drinks after that fight with Scythe. I know Kite's like, Scythe, Enos, Magus. So it's like, I know how it's supposed to be said, I've always said Scythe. Because it's like, E before I makes I before E makes E, like, in German. And so, like, I don't know. It's just how it is. EI to me doesn't make an A sound. trying to be the grammar police, I suppose. But yeah, a friend of mine today was asking, he was asking about the order, and I know I've already gone over the order, but he was asking again about it. Really, the order just kind of comes down to, do you want to read books or not? Because if you don't, it's really simple. You know, watch the .hack sign anime. If you don't want to read, play the first 4 games. You know, emulate them, do whatever, I don't care. You know, it's none of my business. And, you know, it's like, play the first 4 games, watch the Legend of Twilight anime, and then, you know, watch Roots, and then play GU. But play the new version of GU, play the remaster, because it adds a 4th chapter, and it's easier to get your hands on than the older ones. So,
Invisible eggs.
It's like, definitely do those instead. And then after that, then all you have is .hack Quantum, and then you have Sekai no Mokoni. But if you're gonna watch the last one, the only way to watch it in English is if you get the Mandarin version, or find it online somewhere with English subtitles. So, and then you're pretty much caught up. I mean, it's not a lot. It's not technically a lot. It sounds like it is, but it's not. Let's see. I usually set a goal for myself for like what level I want to be by the time I finish this game moving into Mutation. I don't remember whether the goal was 40 or what it was, because after a while you can't really find anything that's helping you gain levels anymore, because everything only gives you 1 experience. So then it's just a matter of how much do you feel like suffering. I also gave Elk some new stuff. I gave Gardenia her Berserk Spear. I gave Pyros his Darkness Axe. So we did give some new weapons to some people. Other than that, I didn't really have anything else to give people, minus like a few things in equipment. The Forester gear is definitely going to be the best thing. Anything that's level 28, we can get level 26 gear for Wave Masters, and I think 26 is probably the highest we can get for Long Arms and Twin Blades. 28 is the highest that we can go for any heavy stuff. So luckily we're not at that point where we have too many NPCs yet, but we will eventually get to that point where we're gonna have to outfit a lot of NPCs. So. Now, with the stuff that they did with liminality in Infection, I felt like it was okay, but overall I kind of felt like it was a little bit tame. Alright, so here's the Got statue. Yep, we get the Kaga Yuzin rainbow card and rainbow card. So Kaga Yuzin, let me see. It is a rare light body armor. It gives Miule, which is a charm. So you can charm your targets. It's not really anything that we can use, but again, it is a rare armor. It is special because of the area that it came from. And it's kind of funny because the words are voluptuous, her remnant, so, and the fact that you get an armor that charms people, I bet you, if they showed a change in armor, I bet you that armor would be like something like lingerie or like a bikini or something like that. Something that's more sensual, I would assume. Oh boy. And it just makes me laugh. So, there's this part in Legend of the Twilight Bracelet in the manga, because remember, the manga is different than the anime. And there's this part where a certain system administrator, because I don't want to give it away, he runs these events. You know, he's trying to keep people interested, and so he's running these events. And it's really funny because his events are known to be like really freaking wacky. They're known for being wacky and strange, and the prizes are like even worse. And so they do this event for Valentine's Day, and what they end up winning is a costume. They essentially win a maid costume with some cat ears, and then they win like a sailor girl outfit, like a sailor girl's outfit. And And the person, Rena, who is playing, you know, in the place of Black Rose, she's just like, what kind of weirdo? You know, what kind of weirdo would put these items in here? And it's really funny because it goes to said system administrator where he's like, but this was popular in all the magazines I was reading, and it's just like a really dumb, like, really creepy ass magazine. I don't know. It was just, it's funny. It just made me think of that when it's like, oh yeah, the charm armor. You know, that is something that you would definitely see in, like, Legend of Twilight Bracelet. Because, oh man, like, Legend of Twilight Bracelet gets a lot of flack, okay? It really does. And it's because it really lacks, like, up until, I'd say, second volume or whatever, most of it seriously, like, lacks any seriousness. Like, it's just all comedic relief. The tone of it is really weird, because Dot Hack Sign is literally just depression. Like, if you've ever liked a series like Nier or anything like that, then you know. My friend calls it depression porn, but that's not what it is. But it is very depressing. But Dot Hack Sign's whole tone is very, like, sad and stressful, and it's just like, it's very serious. It's very serious. There's a few, like, ha-ha, hee-hee moments, but other than that, most of the tone is very, very firm, very serious, and very depressing. So, it definitely is one of those things where you go from Dot Hack Sign, which is very depressing, to, you know, Dot Hack Emoc, which is very stressful, that sort of thing, right? And then you go to, suddenly, Legend of the Twilight Bracelet, which is all, like, silly, ha-ha, hee-hee, funny. It's just a really weird vibe. And so a lot of people just did not like it, because they're like, okay, this is literally just Dot Hack in name only. And they also didn't like it, I think, because, you know, the characters involved in Legend of the Twilight Bracelet, they pretty much take over for two other characters that are very popular, and they're not known as being silly and weird, and so again, I think it just rubbed people the wrong way. Berserk Spear, Mountain Boots, Mountain Helm. Don't need none of that. Get back here. Let's see, Executioner, nope. Electric Wand, Fire Lizard, nope. Right Eye, nope. I've been looking at what some of these people have for trade. Insight Book. Ooh, what do you want for that? 10 Burning Oil. So you need 25 Burning Oil. That's Flare. Oh, do I have that? Withdraw items. Burning Oil, 15. No, I don't. Damn it. Ugh. Alright. Well, I mean, I'm closer, but not by much. I should start writing down what these people have. Rusty Nails, rare. Weapon for Twin Blade. Attack and magic are negative. Alright, and then the Kagayuzin. I'll go ahead and put those up. Bloody Blades I'll keep for now, but just in case if I need the lifesteal. Oh, I should have deposited my rainbow cards too, duh. Duh. Alright, store items. There we go. And now, we're gonna sell some stuff and buy some stuff, because I really need to restock. So, we are going to sell the amateur blades, because I don't need it. We don't need the face guard, don't need the noble cloak, and I definitely don't need the plate armor. Like how someone in the background's like, I'm broke! Yeah, me too. Me too. Alright, so, we are going to buy... I need 22 of these. I need one of these. I need 20 of these. Okay, now resurrect, how am I looking at those? I want 9 of those. Restoratives I know I'm never gonna run out of. Antidotes I know I'm never gonna run out of. I definitely need more of these. Health drink. I have possessed 30 of them. But what I need now are health potions. Not so much health drinks as health potions. Okay, so the next area we are going to go to is also in the Delta server. So it is called Hideous Organ Market. Hideous. Come on. Hideous, organ market, scaffold, which sounds horrible. Level 14 wood? Okay. And again, this is another... I'm pretty sure this is another liminality one. So sometimes there were also other places as well that you could go to. Some of them you could find on the .hack sign DVDs. Others you could find from the liminality. I didn't exactly write down where these ones came from. So, like I said, some of them come from the .hack sign DVDs that you find as like little extras, and then the rest of these are from liminality. And of course, if you go to the .hack wiki or anything like that, then they have lists of things like extra keywords in these games. Hopefully, he says he can't do anything with it.
Just
yeah, he can't do anything good.
Till next time.
That was a risk. Very risky. Okay. But now that we have beaten the game, we do have access to movie mode. Now, movie mode, it's just the cutscenes that were in the game. So if you accidentally skipped a cutscene, or if you're trying to remember something from a specific cutscene, or if maybe, you know, you just missed something or whatever, or maybe you just want to see it again, you know, that's fine too. You can do that in movie mode. Oh, it's gonna be these things. Gross. Also, one of the things I just noticed is there's a grunty in there. I never looked in there to see, like, what was going on, but yeah, there is a grunty inside of that mushroom, and it's so disturbing now. I used to be like, oh, they're like little flower cages, and I didn't really care much. I was just like, okay, that's kind of cool. Yeah, no, they've got grunties in them. Like, those flowers, they are carnivores. They are carnivorous. Which, of course, you know, you would guess from the dungeon having teeth, but, yeah, no, I never noticed it. And that's the thing, I've played this game so many times, and yet I never noticed it. So, I don't know, it's just interesting to me. But then again, I always play this game a little bit differently. And, I mean, it was just, I think, the time before this time where I actually started using, what was it? I actually started using fairy orbs to, like, plan my routes and stuff. Nice. I do need more C virus cores, so I'm glad those ones give C. A lot of treasure in here. I am really looking forward to, forward to Mutation, though, because there's better Easter eggs in that one. And I love all the Easter eggs regardless, but, like, oh man, the Easter eggs in Mutation are so good, and you get some really good stuff, too. But I have to be careful because I really ruined it for myself. So one time, so there's this very special, like, pair of blades that you can get for Twin Blade, and I just so happened to accidentally sell them, because this doesn't have, like, a favorite system where you favorite something and, you know, you can't sell it or whatever. And it's not like it asks you before you sell stuff, like, this is rare, are you sure you want to sell it, right? The game doesn't have any feature like that. So I had these rare blades, and they have a really special effect that I really like. And I switched them out only for like a moment, because I was using these new blades that were just better for the dungeon. You know, pretty typical. But I guess at some point I sold the blades, and I don't know how or why, but I ended up selling them. And then when I needed them the most, I went to go equip them, realized they weren't there, and I was just like, what the crap happened? You know, I should have these blades, I don't understand. Thought I had stored them, looked in the storage, couldn't find them, you know, checked all the NPCs that were twin blades, and was like, maybe I gave it to one of them. Not that I could get it back, but at least it would explain what had happened. And they didn't have it, so literally the only thing I could think is that I traded it to some passing NPC, or I sold it. Now, by the time I figured this out, I was already in an outbreak, And I was like, I am not, and I was so far, I was basically at the end of Outbreak, and I was like, I am not going back to Mutation just for these blades. And so it kind of ruined it a little bit for me, because I was like, oh, I don't even want to begin, you know, quarantine, you know, having to deal with any of that, so. I would have data drained him, but, I want to keep my levels pretty low. They're like, that wasn't much. It's like, yeah, we're in the Delta server. Holy sap. Holy sap is fine. You know, and it's so funny because the stuff I had a shortage of in the original .hack, it was always holy sap. Like, I never had enough holy sap. Same as, like, I never had enough piney apples. But it's just like, here, I'm short on so many different things like well water or pure water, and it's just, I don't know, for some odd reason it's kind of just interesting to me. Alright. Oh man. I'll come back for those. We'll just make our way back up. Nice. Don't need any of that. We'll take that. I mean, I guess I should take it because, technically, since I used up a lot of my stuff, I just gotta remember it's Basement 2 that I have to go back to in order to do the full clear. But yeah, it's always nice to get back into things that I enjoy. So someone recently commented today and said, you know, that they're suddenly, because of the .hack 0 announcement, they're suddenly finding all these people that are coming out of the woodworks as fans of .hack. And it's so funny because it's true. I mean, we've been waiting for a new game forever. So it's really funny to me that suddenly they're like, man, I didn't know this many people like .hack. I mean, and, you know, I guess the only thing I can say is the only reason you haven't seen it before is because there's really no point in beating what essentially was, like, at the time, a dead horse. You know, there are people playing these games, but, you know, playing these games is something that you usually only do once. And then once you're done with it, I mean, it's up to people to find your content, and they have to have an interest in it. Games like this aren't extremely popular, so yeah, it's definitely just one of those things. It's just one of those things.
Invisible
but,
links.
you know, with .hack 0, it's actually pretty awesome that I was already playing this, because now with the renewed, you know, interest in .hack, maybe it'll kind of place a spotlight on some of my stuff. You know, people can check out the old games and kind of see what they were like, maybe gauge whether or not they think that this will be interesting, .hack 0 will be interesting for them. Which, here's the thing, I think it will be. Regardless, I think .hack 0 is going to be made in a way that's going to be interesting for most anybody that likes any sort of RPG. As CC2 said themselves, their ability to create games has improved, and, you know, this is mostly going to be like a culmination of all their experience, so I think it's going to be so much easier to get into than something like this. But for lore's sake, you know, again, for game preservation and lore's sake, it's always nice that that I'm able to make these videos, because these games, they're hard to find, and not only are they hard to find, but they are very expensive when you do find them.
Golden egg.
You know, and then you gotta, because they are older, then you gotta worry about how are you gonna play them, unless you own a PlayStation 2 or something like that. So, just a few things to kind of consider. Oh, that's right, I gave away a lot of my tarot cards too. which I'm gonna need for that final goblin. I'm not looking forward to that final goblin. Like, oh man, it takes so long. Like, I'm gonna do it because I want to for completion's sake, but yikes. You just really gotta get lucky and hope that you can, you know, break their magical tolerance and then put them to sleep or something. And even then it's annoying. Because you still have a chance at missing, and then you're still cheesing it no matter what. And then you gotta rinse and repeat the same process over and over and over. So, like I said, it's an annoying process. And then it's not like, I don't know, the goblins show up in every volume. I really wish that they would have made it something different, you know, some new special event. I know that eventually there's like grunty racing and stuff, but I don't care so much about that. Like, I don't know, I wish there was just something better. Just something better. But oh well, you know, we have a whole new game to look forward to. So, I don't have to worry about this old stuff anymore, except for the fact that I play it for this channel. Alright, let's see what we got. Ice bar, yellow candy, and yellow candy. Alright, what is the ice bar? Ice bar cannot be used. Written, you're a winner. Might come in handy in a trade. Oh. I wonder who we trade it with. I know that there's probably some special NPC that we can trade it with, but I don't know. Dunno. I'll have to look it up. Because it's been so long, I forget half this crap. Oh, there we go. I was gonna say, I was like, elemental hit, it's a water witch, it's easy. Easy.
Golden egg.
Golden egg. I do want to also get a bunch of grunty food before going into the next game as well, but at the same time, I probably don't even need to. Just regular grinding in general, as long as I clear out the fields, will offer me enough, so... Alright, back down to basement number 2, so we can finish clearing this out, and then we've got one more area to go to. And then, depending on what time it is when we finish that next area, then I might, maybe, possibly, try and defeat the goblin. So, just cause. Even though I really don't want to. I don't have the patience for the goblins. Like, I really don't. So, and then like I said, there's a matter of like leveling too. I need to start getting better gear, which means I need to start doing a lot of random zones in the other server.
Invisible eggs.
In Dunloreg, outside of Dunloreg, so that I can actually like gain levels and get better gear. Because Delta isn't gonna offer any good gear, considering it's the beginning area, so. But some of those areas, like I said, they're rough, just depending on what you have. I mean, and like I said, sometimes you do eventually reach a point where you're really stuck at just getting one experience per kill, and then you just gotta kill 200 enemies just to get that one level. That was my deal in Mutation, honestly. Like, I just got to this point where I was farming, like, these low-level enemies because I was higher than anything that they could give me, and I was just getting the one experience. And then it was a matter of just clearing all the fields. That way, you know, I could just get as much experience as possible per field run. But then your grinding takes so long. I think the only thing that was worse, grinding-wise, was probably... Probably when I played Dragon Quest IX Sentinels of Starry Skies. The grinding in that was ridiculous. Like, the experience that you would get from enemies, even decent leveled ones, was so small, and it felt like it took ages just to level up. So when I had to grind levels to fight the final boss, oh, it was terrible. Like, it was bad. It was really bad. Alright. So now, we're gonna go ahead and store this ice bar. Make sure that we keep it nice and safe. here. Holy sap. Okay. I'll sell all the stuff we don't need. Although... No, I didn't want to do that. I'll probably keep the frost bracer for now. Just in case if we run into Grandpa or something. And we're gonna save real quick. Now we have the nice yellow save bar showing that we beat the game. Okay, other servers. We are gonna go to Dunlareg because we have one more area to visit. Dog dancing passionate tri-pansy. Alright. So, we have dog dancing. Passionate. Tri-pansy. Level 19. Oh, this doesn't seem too bad. It's an earth dungeon. So, I mean, I guess we'll see what it is. What it's like. Oh, it's one of these, where we get root vegetables. What kind of enemies are in here? That's what I want to know. Ah, no. It's these guys. These guys can cause insta-death. I mean, it could be worse, I suppose, but it still doesn't mean I'm happy about it. And we're probably not going to find a spring around here, so I'm not going to worry about it. It's the man getting hit with the briefcase again. That poor man. I will forever wonder what he did to deserve that. Like, who he hurt and why he did it. Oh, I see it. A root vegetable.
Root vegetable.
Give. Thanks. No, my friend's streaming right now, so... Oh yeah, I forgot about these guys. The guys that are crying and throwing up. Yeah. It's beautiful. Like I said, there's a story somewhere in here. I just don't know what it is. Okay, so... Back to business. Man, these are big dungeons. Lengthy. It just astounds me that I was just like, I'll just go through all the options and check out all the doors. I don't need a fairy orb. And I didn't even realize, like, if I want the fastest route, and, like, maybe I just don't feel like fighting that day. You know, like, it's going to do me so much good just to know, like, where everything is. Do I have Thundercoil? I do, yes. So I can just use that. A lot of treasure in here, though, man. It's just swimming in treasure. If only it was actually, like, good treasure. Like I said, it's good for rebuilding my items. Eventually, I would get to that point where I would have so many, like, antidotes and restoratives that I would start gifting them to whoever was in my party. That way I could just use them. I'm sure, like, sometimes if you can time, like, when you kill them, like, all at the same time, like, you can kill them both at once without having to worry about them resurrecting anything, but chances of that happening are, like, sometimes. Like, that's just the truth. So, see, she just killed, like, a moth, and that didn't work out. So... So those are my least liked. Definitely my least liked enemies are the ones that can revive other enemies in an instant too. They don't even have the cast time, which really sucks. You know, like, I guess, like, Mistral doesn't technically have, like, a huge cast time when it comes to resurrection, but at the same time, it feels like it still takes her longer than what it takes these enemies. So, that is the one type of enemy I despise the most. Because, like, you have no choice but to, like, strategize, like, okay, I'm going to freaking data drain this one so that they can't resurrect, and, it's a nightmare. Like, absolutely a nightmare. I wish they were giving me more health drinks, though, you know, you would think, but...
Immature egg!
Immature egg. I am so excited, though. I know I've been playing this lately, but it really has been hurting my wrist. It's just I've been wanting to play it so bad. But I do get my cast off Monday, so I am so excited. But watch, he'll be like, huh, have you been, my doctor will be like, have you been doing anything you're not supposed to? And be like, no. Try my hardest to lie. It's not that I'm not supposed to be playing video games, but if something's obviously overexerting my wrist, I'm not supposed to be doing it. And I'm not saying that video games do overexert my wrist, it's just the length at which I tend to play will overexert my wrist. So, but that's my fault. And then once I'm done with this, I'm gonna watch my friend stream for a little bit, so that'll be actually pretty good. So if you are looking for someone that does, like, really cool, like, retro games and retro achievements and things like that, my buddy Leaky Comet, he is usually streaming on Twitch. He does post his streams to YouTube, but he has a pretty consistent schedule, like, during the week. I usually can't catch his streams just because I'm, you know, working. So, but I've been able to catch him since I've been off for the last 2 weeks, and it's actually been really nice. So, really great guy. We have a lot of fun in his streams. So they tend to be on the smaller side, which means they're not, like, crazy hectic. So definitely, like, if you're looking for a really chill sort of stream, with, you know, a few funny people, then that is where you want to go. And he streams some really cool games that I've never even heard of. So... right now he's playing an SNES game, I think. It's either NES or SNES, and it's called True Lies. It's a shooter, and, like, I've never even heard of that game. It's been interesting to watch him play it, too, because he's playing on hard mode, to get the retro achievements and stuff, so that he only has to play it once, and it's been pretty funny. So, I could see where he's getting, like, super frustrated, because that game, I would have given up on it a long time ago. Very much so. I would have given up on it a long time ago. So, man, this floor is mostly items. I mean, I'm not complaining. Whew. That's a lot of stuff. I'll take all the well water, that's for sure. And yeah, those health drinks are nice too. Health drinks are nice too. Yeah, the only part is I work an evening shift, so, like, I don't really get to catch a lot of my friends, so by the time I come home, usually Leaky's going to bed, you know, and then I have a few friends that tend to stay up with me, you know, because their schedule is very similar to mine, but it can be rough, so I've definitely been spoiled being able to, like, catch streams and stuff, and get to talk to friends that normally I don't get to talk to, so even a few of my friends that I play Final Fantasy with, like, a lot of them I usually have to catch them just on my days off if they're free, because, you know, our schedules just don't align. So it's really nice that for the last 2 weeks we've just been able to catch up on events. The only part is that it has been driving me crazy not being able to make content, because I try to make content on a pretty regular schedule. So, just a pretty normal sort of schedule. Now, after we are done with this, we really only have one more thing to do, and that is to go to the secret area that Roy Bandai told us about.
Yeah?
I'm gonna level up before we do that, because again, it is a high level area and the boss is crazy strong. So I'm gonna take a moment before we do that one, but we will eventually get to it. Then once we're done with that, then the only thing left to do is just to finish up whatever I need to finish up, whether that's leveling up or getting better gear or whatever, and then we're good to head into mutation. Like, there is really nothing barring us from doing so. I did test it out to see if mutation works, and it does. So we are good to head into mutation whenever we need to. It's just I'm definitely going to take my time getting there. So, stop it! You stop it right now. Whoa. The moon! Basement number 2, Smith's gloves. Man. Going down. Hopefully this is the last floor. We'll see. Yeah, it looks very last floor-ish. Pretty sure that's the Got statue there on the right. So we'll go left first. Ooh, 2 eggs in here. Nice. A mature egg and a golden egg. We love to see it. Immature egg! I don't know why my voice cracked. It's like I'm going through puberty. Oh no, it's 2 immature eggs. Okay, I mean, I'm fine with that too. Golden eggs really just add mass, so it really just adds mass. Other than that, doesn't do too much. Treasure. Oh yeah. This is the final floor. Go on. Open your gate. Kill him. Ooh. I love the way the ghosts sound. The ghosts are just perpetually confused. They just sound like they're stupid. Now, because these are like lower level things, obviously we're really not gonna have like anything that we can use per se, like as far as like equip, but it's good to have them regardless. So. Oh, noisy wisp, huh? Interesting. Thunder coil I do like, but I always feel like Kite's powers are just so underpowered, really. Girl, I wasn't even looking at you! Sometimes the cursor just decides that it's just gonna look in another direction. The cursor has a lazy eye. It never knows where it's going. Soul blades. Ooh, 12, rare. Skill drain, nice. Confuse the target, nice. Tiger dance, dark dance. Whoa. And right now I have the master blades, which are 13. Shoot. Let's see. I'll keep the soul blades for now. Still, skill drain, that's cool. If this wasn't full of so many wisps, honestly, actually, screw it. Go ahead and try these soul blades out. Oh, okay. Interesting, they look like little claws. So, rare items usually will have like a streamer behind them. That's how you know they're rare. It's kind of a way to like show off, you know? I think it's interesting, but I don't know. Like, I like them when they have like colored streamers, like when they have like a faint like red or golden glow or something like that. Like, that's always cooler to me, but still. So, I know that this gives me skill drain, but I wish we could also see the monster's SP, even if it was just a bar. That way, like, it would let me know, like, am I actually doing anything that's effective? Because, really, the way it looks right now is it's more of just a trust me bro sort of thing. And I don't like that. And sure, it gives me SP, but, like, still, you know, by draining it. But I want to know that I'm actually affecting their powers. You know, that's what I really want. Okay. Well water. Player guard. More well water. Yep, I have 99 restoratives, so I'm gonna give her some restoratives. I'm gonna give her 25 restoratives. Just take it. Don't me. Just take them. Alright, ooh, it's a blue one. Hello. Alright, you now have ceramic helm, silver scarab, and yellow candy. Go ahead and get rid of frost bracer. Alright, ceramic helm. Let's see what this is. Ceramic helm, ooh, is a level 33 rare. Holy shit. Gives you Rigzim and Twinblade can't wear it, but guess who can?
Yeah?
She can.
Yeah, I'll take it. Thanks.
Yeah, you better. It's rare. And it's good. What do you mean, yeah, thanks, I'll take it? Heesh. Alright, and we do have some time. So with that being said, I guess we will try the goblin here in a minute. Not that I want to, but we'll do it. Just to get it over with. Alright, so first I'm gonna go ahead and save. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and disband our party.
So long. Bye now.
And now that that's done, we're gonna go ahead and head back to the Delta server. Oh, I already regret this. I already feel it in my bones. I think their name's Martina. Martina the Goblin. Alright, we're gonna store some stuff. Alright, store all these well waters. We're one away from having enough. Okay, yellow candy, silver scarab. Alright, now we are gonna go over here. And we are gonna sell. And we're gonna sell this. We're gonna sell this. Okay, so we'll do that. We're gonna buy. Okay, temporarily increases target's temporarily increase hermit blood, temporary increase in target's magical attack, hunter blood, increase. I felt like there was a magic that would allow me to decrease whatever it is. Let me see. No. Why? Oh, here we go. Warrior's Bane. Decrease in their magical defense. Okay. Okay. So now I get to go through this whole torture. Alright, word list. Alright. Alright, final goblin. Let's go! Let's do it. This is probably gonna take me more than 8 minutes. There she is. I'm scared. Defeat the Golden Goblin. Alright. So, first things first. It missed. And then she slows you down, that's right. Wow. Okay, item. Beast Bane. She doesn't have a magical intolerance, so actually it's okay. So actually what I need is I need to use Wizard's Blood on myself. And I need to use Confuse Sleep. Sleep. Damn it. And she heals herself too. Just keeps missing. You know, whatever. Skills. Higher class. Yeah, and by the time she stops, I feel like there's a way to lock on, but I forget how to do it. Because it helps you, like, follow them a lot better. But yeah, I forget how to do it, honestly. Yeah, she's already healed up again. Let's see. Lover's Charm Paralysis. Nope. I swear, this is what takes the longest, is this damn goblin. God, I hate these goblins. Everybody's like, here's the, like, perfect strategy, and, like, you'll never lose. Like, shut up! Let's see, Beast Bane. Because none of the Beast Banes work. I have to keep her from regenerating, so, like, what do I do? Can I hit her with normal stuff? Nope. So that's not gonna work. What about... Nope. So essentially everything misses her. Can't get out of her regen. Taking her skill points doesn't matter. Now I increase my accuracy, which is fine if I can get... Here we go. I have to get close enough to use the skill. tired of hearing tire claws yet? I give myself a Mage's Soul, which unfortunately doesn't give me a lot of time. Probably cost me a little in the region of things. Gosh. Alright, they're no longer regenerating, so that's good. So they'll probably have to recast it. Which means this is our opportune time to do as much damage as possible. If I could hit the button fast enough. But again, it doesn't help that I'm playing in a cast. It also feels like our accuracy hasn't really been doing us any favors. Oh, almost. Yes! Huh.
Not bad. You're pretty good. Hey, wanna become a goblin? Being a goblin ain't all that bad. Okay, you don't want to. Oh well. By the way, if you equip all of the Goblin series items, something good will happen.
Imp's pin. Alright, now we can get out of here. Goodness.
Mushroom.
That was something. That was something and a half. Now, the thing is I know there was a spring here, but I don't think we could use it because this was a goblin arena. But I know we ran by one, which was actually kind of funny, but alright, I'm gonna gate out. I knew that was gonna take a long time. I knew that was gonna take nearly like 8 minutes. So what happens when you basically do all the goblin stuff is you get a complete armor set which has some buffs to it, but you basically just get the spell Summon Goblin. Summon Goblin is just a power where you just summon a goblin that does some damage. So... Where's my imp pin? Oh, well, I guess it's its own thing and I don't have to worry about it. Either way. We did it! We're done! We're finished. Don't have to worry about it no more. God, that was horrible. But yeah, so that is really all we have for this one. Like I said, I have some leveling up I have to do, unfortunately, so before we go anywhere else, so especially for that final boss. So leave a like if you like this series, and if you'd like to see more, I'm more than happy to play more. I'm excited to finish this off. You know, I'm excited to get this over with. So that we can head into Mutation, because I really do like Mutation. I think Mutation has a lot of good things. If you want to talk about .hack, go ahead and let me know. Let's talk about it in the comment section down below. But yeah, thank you guys so much for your continued support on my channel, and as always, I will see you all in the next video. Alright, ciao you guys!